Before we dive into the brutal conflicts and captivating stories of the Sengoku period, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss a new chapter of history. Ready to embark on an epic journey through Japan's most chaotic era? Grab a cup of tea and join us as we explore the rise and fall of warlords, the struggle for power, and the culture that shaped modern Japan. Let's begin. The Sengoku period, a time of relentless warfare and shifting alliances, shaped Japan as we know it today. Between 1467 and 1603, Japan was divided by powerful warlords and bitter rivalries. The country was in a constant state of upheaval, and the struggle for dominance would lead to dramatic changes. But what caused this intense period of warfare? And what were the driving forces behind the rise and fall of the great warlords of Japan? In this video, we'll take you through the key battles, famous leaders, and the lasting legacies of this tumultuous era. Let's dive in. The Sengoku period didn't begin overnight. It was the result of the collapse of the Ashikaga shogunate, which had ruled Japan since the 14th century. By the mid-15th century, the central authority of the shogunate was weak, and factions within the ruling class began to fight for power. This culminated in the Onin War of 1467 to 1477, a civil war that divided Japan into warring factions. The Ashikaga family, once a symbol of stability, was now splintered, and the country was left in chaos. With the collapse of the Ashikaga shogunate, regional warlords known as daimyos began to rise in power. These warlords took control of their respective territories and sought to expand their influence. Among the most prominent were Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu, three figures who would shape the future of Japan. Their battles were not just about conquest, but also about consolidating power and establishing order in a fractured nation. In 1600, Japan's fate was decided in a single battle, the Battle of Sekigahara. After years of conflict, two major factions, led by Tokugawa Ieyasu and Ishida Mitsunari, faced off in a battle that would ultimately determine the ruler of Japan. Tokugawa Ieyasu's forces emerged victorious, and this battle marked the end of the Sengoku period. It paved the way for the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate, which would rule Japan for over 250 years. The impact of Sekigahara was profound. This was no longer just a war for territory, but a battle for control of an entire nation. During the Sengoku period, the samurai were not just warriors. They were the heart and soul of Japanese society. The samurai followed a strict code of honor known as Bushido, which emphasized loyalty, courage, and self-discipline. This code would shape not only the samurai's actions on the battlefield, but also their role in Japanese culture and politics. Famous samurai leaders such as Uesugi Kenshin and Takeda Shingen fought in some of the most iconic battles of the era. Their legacies intertwined with the history of Japan's warfare. After the chaos of the Sengoku period, Japan began to stabilize under the leadership of Tokugawa Ieyasu. Following his victory at the Battle of Sekigahara, Ieyasu established the Tokugawa shogunate in 1603, marking the beginning of the Edo period. The Tokugawa shogunate brought peace and order to Japan, ending over a century of conflict. Ieyasu's reign also marked the rise of a new political order, one that would control Japan for more than 2 centuries. The Sengoku period may have ended with the rise of Tokugawa Ieyasu, but its impact on Japan was profound and lasting. This era transformed Japan politically, socially, and culturally. The rise of a merchant class, the consolidation of power, and the lasting influence of the samurai all shaped the Japan that emerged in the Edo period. The legacy of the Sengoku period is still felt in modern Japan, where the values of honor, loyalty, and military prowess continue to resonate. The Sengoku period was a time of conflict, but it also laid the groundwork for Japan's future. The rise of Tokugawa Ieyasu and the establishment of the Tokugawa shogunate ended the chaos and ushered in an era of peace. But the samurai, the warriors, and the battles of this era will always be remembered as defining moments in Japan's history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Japan's Sengoku period. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.